toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Handoff to the lone back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Fires to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
The give to the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Caught in the backfield, it's Algier. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
That's caught. It's Humphreys. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on fourth down.
The give. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up second and 4.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, Not a good job by this defense.
Back to pass on second down. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. Breaks into the open. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing you. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys. Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll keep it on the ground, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. It's a draw. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Williams looking for a man. Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Washington.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off play action. Rifles it down the middle. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. On the run, it's Frazier. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Branch. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the 3.
Oh, he's got some space. Got enough space. Touchdown, Dogs. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Set to kick this one.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses...
Gonna take a shot at this DB. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. To take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Frazier. Hard running there. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
On the direct snap, it's Frazier. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Well, it's an electrifying run, and you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino, and how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though.
Turning it on. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on the...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
Knocked down for the tackle.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers now.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Williams will pass. Plucks it out of the air.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Finds a tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route, so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
Looking to the big tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a 3rd down stop. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Timeout, Georgia.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Might be changing the route. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. Williams looking for a man. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. He's already thrown 1 pick, and if he doesn't clean up some of this stuff, more will follow for sure.
More will follow, and probably going to the bullpen or getting another guy in here that can throw the football. It's stuff like that just drives you nuts because you're fading off your back foot. It's really, really hard to be accurate. So you got to hang in there. You got to understand that I got to stay still when I throw the football, hit those targets, and I definitely can't turn the football over.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Pulls it in down the sideline. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Got it in the middle. It's Frazier. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to him, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And the Huskies moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Got the quick pass.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Tempo in overdrive. Quarterback may change this route. Williams will pass. Got his man. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He's going to take off. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Grab near the marker. It's Williams. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Lawson. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down and run. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And how about this defense really answering the challenge so far today? This offense, you've seen like last week. I mean, they can throw for touchdowns and big yards and big chunk plays. Defense has answered the call, played the deep ball well, played discipline, making this offense really earn everything they get.
Got it in the middle. It's Harris. They are on the move. As they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 28.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
And the Huskies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it on the run. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The Huskies come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Husky.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Looking for the 2-point try.
Military stun.
He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the 3rd quarter and get it back with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Trying to turn the corner on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
And one of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Red pass, it's complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle from us.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. He'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. There he goes. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense...
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the pummeling has started.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. Now they'll run the draw. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Catch in the middle. It's Washington. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every...
He uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So we open the final period with a third down play. They go to the ground, running into the open space. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2.
At the 32-yard line. Now, 4th down.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Williams looking for a man. Going for it all. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
And back to the air on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. He'll work his way down to the 28. Washington wants to go quickly.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Wants to throw again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lawson. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna sling it on second down. Throws to the wideout. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds a man by himself. Flying out to the left. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Dogs! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the wind...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got it behind the line. It's Evans. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Williams will pass. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. And they swarm him under. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Huskies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense. And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Oh, it's a reverse. And the defense was ready when the wide receiver got the ball.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on that.
Splits the uprights. Good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Williams looking for a man. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.